Okay, guys. Okay, guys, I'm going to be reviewing this person's work. I don't know the person, but I think it's one of my students. So I'm going to be reviewing the person's work right now. If you see me at some point, I stop talking, that means I'm reading. I'm going to be reading the book from my mind, like in my mind, why I tell you guys what you get me to do so that this person that has this book now, please pay full attention as I tell you your lapses and where I wasn't feeling it in this ebook, in this book. Okay. First of all, I'm from the first line already. There's a little bit redundancy here. You're saying, now look at what you said. The heavy steel door finally moved open while I experienced my first departure from the building after a span of 2 years. This is too much for one sentence. It's too much. The heavy steel door finally moved open while I experienced my first departure from the building after. There's a way you can restructure this sentence. Now, you did the same thing again in the second line again and also repeated it in the third line. So this is a little bit redundant. When I mean redundant, draggy, repetitive, it doesn't have a flow. Okay, so I'm still reading. So the person should take note of this. Look for a way to reduce. This is redundant. There is no flow here. Now you don't want to tell us because your heart struggled. You don't want to tell us come out. Nobody comes out to tell. You need to use subtext here. Nobody comes out to tell people how they feel in just the first chapter. Do you get? Good. There's a way you do it. You don't just info dump. You're info dumping a lot of things. I'm seeing prison. I'm seeing you after 2 years. Okay, let me just keep reading. However, it's time for revenge. Like how? How? For the fact the title of your book is Sophia's Revenge Falling for My Enemy, it doesn't mean that you have to now bring in the revenge from the first start. Do you get me? Now I don't even know why you're having this revenge. It doesn't even make sense. Now you just came to you now you come to this place and you say it's time for revenge. Okay, let me keep reading. For my previous life, I don't know, this thing doesn't really make sense. You people, it's not, you don't need to use flowery languages, all these very flowery languages and everything. Editors need simple words. There are too many descriptions. Too many descriptions already. I'm already getting tired. Okay. But I'm going to finish it. Now you're telling us another thing. Your parents passed away from prison. Your sister established. Too many things for us to focus on in just how many. We are just starting your book, and you're already giving us info dumping a whole lot of things. Do you get? So this is a no-no. This I'm going to pass this from an editor. Seriously, you're already giving us so many details, too many descriptions. Let me keep reading. Still too many descriptions. You must write in first person POV because I'm seeing you're struggling in first person POV. Use third person POV if you feel you don't really know how to write in first person POV. Try and use third person POV, okay? And you don't need to sound too sophisticated, okay? It drags the reading, okay? You mustn't sound blow the grammar in at every line. Just pass a message, pass your plot. Let's know what's happening in your story. What's the conflict? Okay? About slightly. Thanks so much. It's a thing. This is tautology. Comforting. But let's move on. Jane's betrayal. Okay, I'm seeing Jane's betrayal. Okay. First of all, I'm not saying your plot is not good, but here there are so many things that is not supposed to be. You info dumped a lot here. You should make use of this technique, media res, which is when you take us into the action immediately. If she was betrayed, tell us something, put a scene. Now, in this particular chapter 1, I've not seen, your first chapter should have at least one or two scenes. I've not seen anything that happened. She's just the one talking since. Do you get? For the fact you're writing the first person period doesn't mean she should be the one talking, and there should be no action going on. Like no, there should be a dialogue going on with somebody. Okay. Let me still read. Honestly, it's not catchy enough. I'm not feeling your book at all. I'm not feeling it. I'm going to pass. It's draggy. Instead of feeling sorry, it's too draggy. Let me still read and see. Let me finish chapter 1 first before I conclude. You're telling us too much for a first chapter, for a first page. You lost wealth, you lost power, you lost your life, you denied trust, loved ones. A lot of info dumping, a whole lot. Can't you don't know all this is you're saying can be played through a particular scene. You could put it out as a scene and we'll understand. We that are readers. Some platform don't like this violence, so because this violence is not really making sense. Do you get? There's nothing to back it up. This thing you said, instead of feeling sorry, this is telling. Do you get me? Now, when this thing happened, how is this female lead feeling? You need to know how is the person feeling. Then you go to your emotion ebook and get what it falls under. Then you'll be able to show it very well here. If she's feeling sorry, don't just come and say instead of feeling sorry. It doesn't sound nice. So show it. You hit your head. So remove this instead of feeling. You hit your head. This is an action. The narration doesn't feel nice at all. By then I was back to my usual sense. It's not giving me the person that wrote this thing. If you go to Good Novel, will you see a book that the narration feels like this? This is making me sleep already. Seriously. It's making me sleep already. But let me finish your chapter 2 first. Your chapter 1. Let me see if you nailed it in your cliffhanger and get to see some other things. Because now I'm seeing him, okay, he has captured her, he has locked her in his house. So why is he doing that? Because enter the moment. You would have dived into these action scenes. Do you see why they reject people's work? You would have dived into all this action, this dialogue now between the male lead. Because editors are interested in the male lead and the female lead. So you would have dived into this action now, these dynamics between them now. This is the bone of contention. All those things you were doing in the first line, I don't understand it. Do you get? Okay, now let's try and look for the conflict. You're going to be my maid for a month. That's the punishment for the damage you've caused. Okay, this is the inciting incident that pushed your story emotion, and she said she won't. Okay, so that's where you stopped chapter 1. Okay, your story needs a lot of things to add up. You need to remove a whole lot of things and add up a whole lot of things too. Do you get? First of all, reduce your description. You must not describe every single thing down to earth. Reduce your description. Your description is too much. You love flowery language. Lucas continues to devour every corner of my lips. This devour now, is it not too sophisticated? I'm not saying you should not use languages, you should not use big words, but be calming down so they will not flag it as AI. Okay, I think I'm going to pass because this is a video I'm making. I'm going to pass this. I'm going to come back to it though, but let me go to another person's work. Let me go to another person's work. Broke his heart. Let's see this one. Broke his heart. Now he's back as a billionaire. First of all, your title. This title is too long. Number one, title is too long. Number 2, I feel this title should do better. You should change this title. Broke his heart, now he's a billionaire. You could change it. You could change it. it needs, one thing you should know about titling, your titling should reflect your story. Okay, I'm saying that from this your title now, I know that okay, maybe someone broke somebody's heart, and he's obviously now a billionaire. Okay, is it a revenge trope? He needs to tell us the kind of, he needs to give us a hint of what your trope is gonna be. Okay, so let me see your chapter 1. Wow, I need to read. I'm coming. What is this? No fuel meant no fuel. Remove it. Do you edit your work before submitting it? I always tell you people use on what they call it, this proofreader app to proofread your work. Okay, let me now criticize this. This in all this first part of your chapter 1 now, how is it pushing the plot forward? That's the question I want to ask this person that wrote this. She resting on the stairway, looking outside the window. Her car has fuel has finished. Is it pushing? I'm still don't know what your story is all about. I'm not hooked. I don't even know what it's all about. What I'm seeing is something is flickering. There is car and there is fuel. She's on the stairway. There's something happening. There is no conflict being introduced. Okay, let me keep reading. Let me just keep reading. Your editors don't have that time to wait. In fact, hook them from the first line. Okay, let me keep reading. A new billboard has been put on the streets. Black and white. I know that when I say show not tell, it doesn't mean that you should start showing things that will not push the plot forward. This new billboard, the too much details, description. This is not even show not tell. This is the excessive description. That's what I'm going to classify it. This one you said Harrison Industries now hiring. Okay, that's what the billboard was stating. Ima roast. What is the Ima froze? Harrison doesn't. First of all, I think this is somebody that's attempting to write for the first time. I'm going to give you your flowers for making an attempt. This is a good start also, but it's not very really nice. Let me still see. I'm still trying to figure out what your story is all about. Why not dive into the interview process? Because from what you're talking about now, she's trying to get a job, right? Just dive into, maybe you could start with the fact that okay, she lost her previous job, so now she's with her portfolio in her armpits, running to catch up. Start with an action. Dive into the mannerism that the male lead who is going to be interviewing her is, if it's a secretary romance kind of stuff. Do you get? Let me keep reading so I don't conclude. But you see, now I'm already impatient to even continue reading. I'm reviewing this how your editor will review it. Okay, very good. So now, this is info dumping. Info dumping is different from giving backstory. When I tell people the difference between backstory and info dumping is whereby, you know, one thing with when you're outlining your novel, there's what we call exposition. Exposition is after the exposition you get the inciting incident. Now in that your exposition, when you will know that you're info dumping is when your exposition is not one something, it is so many things. When you have so many things in just your exposition, you're info dumping. Your exposition should have Just something specific we can work with for a start of a book first. Imagine you're watching a movie, they are killing themselves. Another scene, they are showing somebody in love. The other one is anyways. That's what info dumping is. So many things are happening. Now we need to actually. That's why your editor will always tell you, as they open your chapter one, focus on male lead, female lead, at least for the first 5 chapters before even bringing mistress or sub characters, so we could connect with them first. The dynamics. Do you get me? Let me keep reading. Please, anything I'm telling you for your own, be taking note of it, okay? You need to rewrite this. Let me look at what your story is all about first. He owned half of the business of the main street. Why can't you put this stuff now in a dialogue? Maybe somebody's even 2 people are having a conversation and be like, oh my god, don't you know this man? He owns half of the business. Try to put in a dialogue. You're info dumping here. Too many descriptions. And now he is back hiring. Her nails were chipped, her jeans stained. This is telling. Try to show not tell a little bit. She didn't have the luxury. She didn't have the luxury of pride anymore. Use subtext. Why are you telling us? Why are you telling us that she didn't have the luxury of pride anymore? You don't need to tell us. We, your readers, will understand as we are reading. So remove that. She didn't have the luxury. Show it. Do you get? That's why you want your use of subtext. If you have not gone through the 9 rebranded videos, WIP12 rebranded videos, go to the section I talked about subtext. Go and watch that section and you will know how to tackle this area. With trembling hands, Emma reached for her phone. She typed in the address listed in it. First of all, this is already giving, I'm sorry to say, but this is already giving ChatGPT kind of, because ChatGPT will always give you short stuffs like this. Short stuffs. I'm not saying you use ChatGPT, I'm just saying it's giving ChatGPT vibe. Not catchy. I'm not really catchy. It's too draggy. Everything is just so draggy. Please don't recognize it. No, now. I'm not studio sign. The one thing you don't want to do is having so many male lead in just first chapter. You should have just one male lead. Okay. More dialogues, more dialogues, more dialogues. I'm saying I noticed that you're struggling to balance dialogue and description. Don't worry, practice, you will get there. Why did you leave? It is a cliffhanger for this. The interview. But in my frank opinion, just like I said it now, I've not read this book, but I said if you listen, those people that watched this video from when I started checking this book, I said, why not we dive into the interview already? I didn't even know that interview will be in chapter 2. I was looking for the juicy stuff. And that is what your editor is looking for. They don't want all those things that are draggy. Interview, the action. Oh, she's late for the interview. She enters the room, the office, and everybody starts looking at her. Do you get me? The person that's going to interview her starts giving this vibe of, oh, she's unserious, she's already late, and she starts behaving clumsy. Do you get? It just kind of sets you to keep reading the dynamics between both of them. Do you get me? Okay, let me read the interview and see. Now, for this dialogue to be faster, excuse me, I don't think we have met before. Instead of it to write, I've been in this building before today. This is too long. What you need to do is, excuse me, I don't think we've met before. Then you could now use show not tell. Now, excuse me, I don't think we have met before is a dialogue. You use show not tell to write the remaining aspects. Emma said, looking at whatever you use your show not tell. I don't know if you get me. Or when you say I don't think we've met before, tell us the male lead's reaction. So now let's say if we put enter, you now go down and tell us the male lead's reaction. How is the because if you tell somebody, let me show you something. Let's go back to that place. Excuse me, I don't think we have met before. If you're telling somebody, if you're having this dialogue in real life, when you tell somebody, sorry, I don't think we have met before, look at the person's face. How is the person's face? How is this male's countenance? Tell us, show it before you now continue. So the dialogue is not stuffed together, it's not packed together. There is a moment of dialogue, reaction, dialogue, show not tell, dialogue, reaction, dialogue, show not tell, response. Do you get? Now you can see it's going to be flowing. I don't know if you get me. So incorporate that technique when you're writing. His eyes didn't move, didn't blink. Strange. Emma offered her most neutral smile. What is not needed? Is not needed. Remove it and go to the dialogues immediately. When you want to use interruption, you try and use punctuation marks, the proper punctuation marks here. Okay, that shows omission, that shows that there's an interruption there. Okay. With that, you don't even need to say cut, she cut in. With the right punctuation mark here, you'll be able to go to your Whitweb workbook, check for punctuation marks. I dealt with all the punctuation marks there. You know, you improve when you keep writing. When you keep writing, the more you write, the more you read. Read more. In fact, at this stage now, you have a lot of work. Read more. At this stage, I will suggest to this person writing this now, don't write again. Go to a good novel, read. Just read random books on Goodnovel, any platform. Do it for 1 week before you write again. You will see difference. Do you get the... Just read. Now, you can see the way I'm reading. I'm not reading... You should go to a platform and read like this. If I want to read this book now, I will just read it like novel, or read it like as if I'm reading newspaper. Imat's throat dried up. I've read that part. Her hands clenched. That's the way you're going to read on platform. That's why you don't see result, because you're going to read like somebody that is going to read newspaper. When you're going to read for a platform, when I say go and read books on the platform, you read and analyze. You read and let it sink. The way I'm reading now, and it will sink before I'll be able to criticize. Okay, this person did not do here. This person did. That's the way you read. By so doing, you take note of what's going on in each of the chapters, each of the paragraphs, down to the paragraphs. That is how to go to a platform and read. So this person, you've done well, but go to the platform, read books first for 1 week before you start again. So I'll keep reading. Let me just keep reading. Let me see what I can catch. So if I review your work like this, and then, and just like I said, I announced it in my other video that I'm going to be starting a service I call book review services. Now for the book review service, for now we just have first 5 keyword and outline. Now for your first 5 keyword and outline, I'm going to be giving you a constructive review. Take note, I am not editing your work. No, I am not rewriting it for you. I will review it. What I mean by I'm going to review your work for 12k, that is outline and first 5 keyword. I'm going to review your work and tell you, like, let's say if I come to this part now, you're to submit it to my email. I'm going to pin it down. If you want that service, you're to submit it to my email in Microsoft Docs, like docs format, so I can be able to edit it. Like I can be able to, don't submit it as a PDF. Like when you submit it, so that I can be able to come here now. Let's say I want to write something here now. I'll just write brackets. Let me say brackets. Remove this part. Remove this part. Do you get? Or I can come to this part now and write too much description from here to this point. These 2 lines has too much description. Cut it out, reduce it. That's how my review is gonna be. That's what I'm gonna do till your first 5 keyword is over. Do you get me? Say I'm done with the first 5 keyword. So as I read line by line, paragraph by paragraph, I will tell you some things in bracket. Like I'll write some things in bracket. So is when if you share it as a PDF, I will not be able to write those things in bracket. So I will write some things in brackets, use some signs. I'm trying to see if I can even add some color, like color some place red, and tell you remove that. Those places that are colored red will be removed. Do you get? The ones that you need to add, I might maybe make every from this one page like this red. That means you should remove all those page. So that's how my review is gonna be for outline and for first 5 keywords for now, going for 12k. Okay, so if you love that service and you want to be a part of it, just let me know, send your book and we'll get started immediately. I will do it. I will not these ones I'm putting out on my channel are for tutorial purpose. Okay, so that aside, let's dive in to the video. Okay, please, if you're my WITWeb student and you haven't gotten the WITWeb workbook, check the link in my description, in my bio. You see the WITWeb workbook and you get the WITWeb workbook. Okay, so this person, you need a lot of work. Here you said Emma sat frozen. This is telling. Her knees locked. This is telling. Palm sleek against her skirt. This person, you're my WITWeb student, go back and watch your WITWeb rebranded videos. I know you might be a new member in the group. These are people that joined during the discount. So go back and join and go back to your Web rebranded videos. If you don't have it, make sure you watch that video. I dismantled everything about, in fact, I shared chapter by chapter blueprint, everything you need to do. I shared it there. So please go back and also study your workbook so that you can be able to know how to punctuate. Your punctuations are not really there yet, okay? The punctuations are not really there yet. I can still see some mistakes, okay? So please and please try, and the pacing of your book is dragging, okay? It's dragging, okay? So but you can do better. That's like I told you, go back and read book again. Okay, so let me go to the next person. This person has, okay, let me start from this person's chapter 1. This person's own is, okay, Anna's point of view, Anna's POV, or be Anne's POV, okay, Anne's POV. Let's start with his face wrinkled in anger. He flew the door handle, slammed it. Very good. This first line now, you could see what she did here, what this writer did here. Even if this with is not good to start a sentence, do you get with, because with is a conjunction. You use it to join some more sentences together. Now, that's where I'm going to tell her this with, this conjunction you use here is not supposed to be here. With his face wrinkled in anger, remove it. Do you get me? You could start from here. He flew the door handle and slammed it. Do you get me? He flew the door handle is an action bit, so this is going to give us more impact. Do you get? And slammed the door. He flew the door handle and slammed it. Something is missing here. He filmed. You could start with this dialogue. Something is missing here. He filmed as he flew the door handle and slammed it. His breathing quickening. His breathing quickened. Full stop. A shiver round. Okay, let me just read through. But I'm hooked already. Like, I'm very hooked already. I just wish the person doesn't fall my hand. Only that you're formatting. You need to still format your book very well. Good. Very good. Only that your punctuation marks are not there yet. I must tell you, your punctuation marks are not there yet. But I'm seeing the tension in your dialogues. Just this, from here I've read to this point, I'm seeing the tension already. Once with me with my book review, I'll always tell you where you're getting it and where you're not getting it. I'm seeing only that there is so many things you need to work on when it comes to punctuation. Your punctuation sucks. You need to work on that, okay? You should know that when two characters are talking, if this one is talking now, the male lead is speaking here, use a different paragraph. Don't join it together with the female lead's dialogue, so there is no confusion, okay? So that even if you don't want to say she said, he said, just make sure that if the male lead is talking, use a different paragraph. If the female lead is talking, don't use that same paragraph. Put it on another paragraph so that we know that, okay, there's a change in paragraph. That means two characters, the different character is now talking. Do you get my point? But altogether, I'm feeling what you do, what you're writing. I just pray the plot is good as I read further. I love the way you use the body, his spine, and sensory details to show not tell. That's good. How dare you ask me such question? Yeah, I love that dialogue. Get out, he yelled. Very good. His eyes read with fire. Very good. Just go immediately. Not too much description. Do you get? Very good. I love the sensory detail you attempt to do here. That was good. Good. This assault must stop. This dialogue is not really strong. It feels draggy. You could put, I can't take it anymore. Okay? I weep. No, this, oh, I need to hurry up to the hospital. Yeah, I love what you did here. With this thing you showed here now, you don't even need to tell us that it is hospital. We already know that this is something that is related to hospital, cleaning area, whatever. Is the doctor around? I inquired from the receptionist. Full stop. With a loud voice with emotion is not needed at this point. He smiled faintly. He has been cold towards you. You're not the male lead. Tell us, show us how he has been cold towards you. Don't just assume that we, your readers, will understand this line now. He has been cold towards you. Like how? Show us. I broke into tears and buried my face. So there's a problem here. Show us how he's been cold towards you. Sha, I love your writing. I love your writing. Just few loopholes. Just tighten it up a little. Now this doctor, I'm assuming this doctor is the Tom. Try to look at Tom and look for sensory details you can show us. His face, his muscles, his hand, what are the actions he's doing that portrays that, okay, maybe he's pissed off or whatever. Your punctuation marks. Study your Witweb workbook. Check the punctuation marks portion. My back aches. I've been sitting down for long. Okay. When you're writing and it's showing red, it means you should correct it. It's not correct. Okay? There's a problem with that. Too many things are happening. Now, I love what you did up here. You come here, you say the following week, you notice your shirt was drenched. How? How did we go from here to here? The transitioning. The scene transitioning was not good here. Work on it. Oh, what happened? The scene. Work on how you transition between scene to scene. If anything I'm telling you in this review, take note of them. If you want further analysis, you can come to me on WhatsApp and tell me, coach, once you have made adjustments, you can also come to me, so we'll talk about it. Okay, I'm talking about the person that has this work. that have this work. I work very fast is okay. Use subtext. All this knowing that cashing up on tone with it is not needed. You don't need to tell us every fucking thing. You work very fast. Simple. Do you get? We don't need all those. The reason why you're working fast. For some reason, I love your dialogues. I love the way you do the way your dialogues are punchy and snappy. That's good. Okay, now this is another thing I want to still say about this your chapter 1. Your scene progression is very wrong, because how did you progress from this point one scene to this one, whereby they are not teasing her that she will come for the wedding with another guy, another lady, blah blah blah. Another lady is in the picture already. Do you get? And both zoomed off. Your story has good potential, even if it's cliche. This kind of stories exist on these platforms already, but the execution is actually poor. At some points, you just need to tighten up some things. Okay, let me see chapter 2. I love this one. Let me see. At least based on everybody that I've submitted so far, I think I love this one. Let me check chapter 2 and see. First of all, what's the title of your book? If you're watching this, if this is your book, let me know what's the title of this book. Drop it in the comment section. Because, and what's the trope? Tell me the title, the trope. For example, the way we have paranormal romance trope, enemies to lovers. What's your or romantasy trope? So. Or the way we have contract marriage, romance, under romance, the trope contract marriage. So tell me, or maybe let's say romance under the trope fated meet. Do you get? So tell me the trope, tell me the title. That will help me do justice to the review too. Now this, your heart pounded in your chest as you watched Tom approach you. Why not dive into the dialogue immediately? Get out. Maybe the male lead lash out in chapter 2. Get out. I want you out of my life for good. That dialogue will pull us in, pull your editors in, pull your readers in. Get out. He lashed out, tossing the divorce paper on my face. Do you get the point? Put in the action. All this, you knew it was coming, is not needed. Put it out. As I unfolded it, my eyes scanning through the world. Yeah, then when you use that dialogue that I just used as an example now, then this line will not make sense. You not pick it up slowly, just to show us the emotions and everything. You not show not tell there very well. Very good, but not too much. Don't do the show not tell too much. I spoke. In a furious / aggressive tone I spoke. It's not needed. Remove it. I was broken but not destroyed. Too much details. Remove it. Go to the dialogue immediately. The juicy stuff. The dialogue. It's difficult to know how marriage has come to this point. Then after he said this, when she says, Tom, it's difficult to believe our marriage has come to this point. You know that is the him that is the male lead will now say something. Because when a man is angry and wants to divorce you, when you try to say something, they will also try to say something. It should also happen in your paragraph when you're writing. Female lead is trying to talk the male lead in about the divorce. He's a kind of person that lashes out at people anyhow, or he's the kind of person that is hot-tempered, egocentric. Men are egocentric in nature. Do you get? So why she's trying to tell him, oh, I know our marriage is, women will always be the weaker vessels and emotional beings. Okay, a little bit of emotion, even if they will grow to be strong later in the novel, but they are always at the start of, everybody wants to keep their home. Every woman wants to keep the love in a home. Do you get? Good. So you now need to now go at it with a dialogue versus a dialogue, not a dialogue versus a description or versus info dumping. Do you get? Good. Every fiber of my body. You will not kill me. All these sophisticated breads, every fiber biscuits. Okay, let's continue. I deserve something. Someone truly respect. Now, how can you make this dialogue intense? Why is saying this thing? To show how egocentric this male lead is. You can even make him walk up to her, grab her by her jaw, pull it up, come close to her. Their breaths should be inches away from each other, very close range with each other, and make him say something. I don't fucking give a fuck about you. Get out. Do you get the point? Just make sure that there is this moment of tension, emotion, everything is. Do you get? So that is that. Okay, her application has been approved. Your editing really sucks. You need to work on your editing. Use softwares like Proofreader app. Download it, okay? Things are happening too fast though, writer. So many things are happening too fast. Can you take it easy? For the first, they said it should be first 5 keyword. Doesn't mean your characters should not feel each other, or the divorce should not make sense. So many things are happening so fast. Need to give us a clear reason why this man wants to divorce her. The reason needs to be clear. Crystal clear. Do you get the point? Okay. Let me go to the next person's work. In all together, at some point, if you notice, I was even scanning through, because this thing that is doing here, these blue lines are kind of interrupting my eyes. I'm not with my glasses. So that is that. Okay. So what we're gonna do is that this person that has this work should meet me. Your work is good, but you just need to tighten it up a little. I need to see the outline too. Okay. So that is that. This is where I'm gonna stop. I don't want this video to be too long. Okay. But please make sure that you focus on your punctuations. I've said some things during the course of this editing. Your conflict, the stakes, the obstacles, the character. Let's get to feel the character. If it's a secretary romance stuff, you could start with how is a normal day for this character. Their life is all about office, typing, seminars. Do you get? This is what their life, their daily routine looks like. Do you get the? Show us their daily routine. Do you get me? Then show us immediately. You need to start with a hook. Start with something that's action. Get into the action immediately. You can always explain later. Dive into the action immediately. You don't just come there to buzz with backstories and everything. If it's a ceremonial scene, go into it. A gunshot was heard. Someone was killed. Someone comes out and claims the groom as her husband or as his wife. Something happened. What is the drama happening there? Then in chapter 2, you could now tell us why what happened in chapter 1 happened. You cannot begin to softly, or you cannot begin to subtle give us the subtle begin to take it step by step. You cannot begin to review some other things instead of info dumping everything. In your chapter 1, there should be just one exposition between a male lead, one male lead, female lead, one female lead. It should continue. Let the dynamics continue. At least for the first 2 chapters or 3 chapters, maybe towards the end, towards the 4th or 5th chapters, you can now bring in, do you get another character, maybe as a mistress, or as the supporting or as the supporting male lead. If you're writing a werewolf, maybe a lycan, or maybe, do you get, we will have the alpha, the lunar, do you get? So just make sure that the exposition is not too overwhelming. There's no much stuff going on. We have a clear goal, a clear motive, a clear something that is going on, that is specific. Do you get me? Then your scene to scene progression, you need to know how, just like I told this person now, and other things too. Okay, please, if you love this review, please and please, I don't want to go into details, because I want to reserve that video for my members. So if you love my review and you want me to actually go into details, like review someone's book from start to finish, one by one, paragraph by paragraph, word by word, and analyze it too, and tell the person the mistake, down to punctuations, down to dialogues, down to descriptions, down to concept, down to clarity, down to pacing, then join my membership, because I'm going to be releasing mind-blowing videos on for my members on YouTube here. It's just 1,000 naira to join, convert it to your currency, and when you pay, you get access to any video that's going to be coming up on that particular tab. This is the Edit With Me series part 1. I'm still going to be releasing more in-depth videos on this Edit With Me series. Okay, now one thing you should know is that why I edit books, why I look into books, I always find mistake. And you know, writers differ. Now this is a different writer. If I look at another writer now, I'll still be able to spot out a new mistake or something that is off, because I've been in this game for long. Do you get me? I'll be able to spot out. You can see we can never go wrong with this Edit With Me series videos. So that's why you need them. Okay, so you need them so that you can be able to update yourself. Okay, these are the mistakes, these are the possible mistakes I can get while writing, these are the possible reasons my book can get rejection, these are even down to your blurb. Yes, down to your blurb, down to your outlines. Do you get the point? So that is that. Okay, I'm gonna see you in the next video, and before then, make sure you hit on the red subscribe button, and make sure you share to somebody that needs to learn web novel. This is a channel you need to subscribe. This is a channel whereby I dismantle web noveling, screenwriting, Amazon KDP, name it, how to make money online. That is what we do here. You do not want to play anything, novels, books, writing, we do it here. Okay, so please and also, if you're following me on LinkedIn, go and check out the Science and Wonders I'm doing on LinkedIn. I'm actually doing a 30 days content back to back on LinkedIn, and I'm going to be uploading videos alone on LinkedIn. So if you're not following me on LinkedIn, go and search me on LinkedIn and check up and wait for that challenge, that content to start dropping. Okay, I'm going to be doing a content writing program on LinkedIn. You don't want to miss it. Okay, everything about content writing, I'll dismantle it on LinkedIn. Okay, and watch out if you have not gotten the SSG workbook, which is the script writing screenwriting guide. That's the workbook. Make sure you check the link in my bio to get the workbook. If you have not also enrolled for my SSG training or my WITSEP training, what are you waiting for? First of all, check the channel. Watch the SSG video, the free video I put out, the day 1 SSG video that I put out, that is 1 hour 35 minutes long. Watch that video if you're looking at becoming an aspiring screenwriter. You want to go into screenwriting and you don't know how to start. That video is going to help you. If you want to take it a step further to join my community, you could join my free Telegram group on Telegram. You check the link in the bio. If you also want to become my pay, you want to join my student now, you want to actually feel Coach Victor, get my WhatsApp number, have access to me, for us to talk, review your book, chats, everything. Even you get access to the accountability group as my WeTweb student. You also have access to the WeTweb rebranded videos, all the videos we've done that are not on this channel, that are in the course. You have access to it. You have access to our Telegram group. You have access to our main WhatsApp group for information. Okay, and what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I am not a regular coach, okay? So you want to actually get one of my training, either the SSG or the WeTweb, and I'll see you inside, okay? So catch you. Don't forget to share to your friends, subscribe, and drop a comment, okay? And I'll see you in the next one.